Nick Saban has done such a tremendous job with recruiting, and now, I mean, I wouldn't call it easy, but he can certainly point to his resume, to what this program has accomplished, and I just don't know what the counter argument is there, Lugs. You know, what more can you say, or what do you say about Alabama's recruiting process?
Well, I think the one thing that stands out to me the most is it's one thing to build a program. It's an entirely different animal to sustain one, particularly at this level of success. And when you have a lot of negative recruiting tactics, we all saw the video of Nick Saban and his recruiting pitch, which really wasn't a pitch. It was just a statement of the facts. You're having to do that all the time because you are the premier dog. You're at the top of the mountain. And I think the emphasis on player and person, and then most importantly, the impact premium positions, quarterback, corner, offensive line, and defensive line, are the pillars of this program and why they've established excellence in Nick Saban's tenure.
When you look at just how everything was structured this year, Nick Saban is the king of efficiency. And when you don't have to get on an airplane, you don't have to get in the car, you don't have to travel from place to place to visit every single recruit on your little recruiting tour, guess what? The volume and the amount of players that you can see over the course of a few-month period, it goes up drastically. And when Nick Saban's able to present the facts, like Luke just alluded to, hey, we have this many national championships. We have this many players in the NFL. When you're at practice, you're going to be going against this guy who's going to win the Butkus Award. He's going to be going against this guy who's got the Bolitnikov sitting on his shelf. It's an easy sales pitch when you're not having to rely as much on the relationships and relying more on what you've already established. And Nick Saban has more ample opportunities to talk to these recruits more times than he would in a normal recruiting calendar. I think it's set up really well for Alabama, and there's a reason why they're the #1 team in the class.
Yeah, I think both of you guys are right, and Tom, you're exactly right. It's not a recruiting pitch. At some point, it's just facts. But I think something that often gets overlooked with Nick Saban and Alabama, yes, they're landing 5 stars. Yes, they're landing elite-level prospects. They've got 13 top 100 recruits in this class. But managing those egos, managing those players on the roster, we don't see a ton of Alabama players in the transfer portal. Managing them and then developing them into NFL prospects, that is a tall task when you have that many top prospects in one team. So I think he deserves credit for that as well.
Yeah, there's no question, and I said this yesterday, it's worth repeating. It's unfortunate, I think, that video was leaked, but at the same time, it was fascinating to have a little bit of peek behind the curtain, if you will, and he just stated the facts. I mean, that's all there is to it. College Football Live continues on this National Signing Day. This is as of 4 o'clock this afternoon, 4 o'clock Eastern. The recruiting classes, you can see some usual suspects at the top, Alabama and Ohio State. The Clemson Tigers rounding out at #4. But we've got another announcement. Perhaps we can change this. We're going to go live now to Tallahassee, Florida, where Terrion Arnold is standing by to tell us exactly where he'll play college football. He's got his whole family there. Terrion, congratulations, no matter where it is. I'll hand it off to you. Where are you going to play?
Okay. I would like to take this moment to thank you all for being here and tuning into my signing. Mark 9, verse 23 reads, "All things are possible to him who believes," and I have imagined this moment since I was a child. And this moment is even better than I imagined. I would like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for putting me in the position to glorify him and honor him. I would like to thank my immediate family, my mom, Tamala, my grandparents, Terry and Tammy, my uncle Pat, and my auntie who flew from California to see me. Also, I would like to thank my brother Leon, my little sister Jonna, my cousin T3, and the rest of you all, you know who you are. Next, I would like to thank my JP2 family, my principal, Mrs. Cope, my guidance counselor, Mrs. Bayless, my teachers, and Mr. Biggs, the maintenance supervisor who I worked hard with almost every day and learned that no one is above one another. I would also like to give a huge thanks to Coach Travis and Coach Cornegate for helping prepare me for the next level. And most importantly, I want to thank Coach Ed Hill, the rest of the coaching staff, and my teammates, or better yet, my brothers. I would like to thank my great-grandma who couldn't be here with us today due to COVID, but I know she's watching at home. Great-grandma, I just want to thank you for being there, praying with me, and giving me that extra encouragement to go even when I felt like I couldn't no more. Lastly, I would like to thank all the schools that recruited me and supported me throughout this journey. It has been an amazing journey and life-changing experience. But without further ado, the moment you all have been waiting for. For the next 3 to 4 years, I will be attending the University of Alabama. Roll Tide.
Wow. Terrion, the bait and switch there. I like it. Listen, you just heard us talk about Nick Saban and the recruiting process. What was Coach Saban's message to you, Terrion?
His message to me was just, why not come to a winning program? The competition level there, it's high-level competition, and if I feel like I'm one of the best players in the country, why not go and compete with the best?
Have you had a chance to spend any time in Tuscaloosa?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I was there a couple of times.
All right. Well, we look forward to watching you on Saturdays. Congratulations to you and your family. It's a big day. And listen, you saw that class. You're part of the top recruiting class in the country. That's got to feel pretty good.
Yes, ma'am. It does.
All right, Lugs, listen, we did this before. Let's do it again. Tell me where Terrion fits in when you think about the Alabama roster standing right now.
Well, one of the things that I think creates so much value is we have him at the safety spot, but when you watched him develop throughout his high school career, he's not only scheme versatile, he's position versatile. This guy played on offense, he's played on defense in a variety of roles, and he brought up something that I think is very important, and that is the environment of competition. And it's everywhere, but at Alabama, it is something that if you're not prepared for it, you will get weeded out very, very quickly. And one of the areas that I think is a strength of Arnold's is his competitive temperament in the back end on defense. And I think that's something that he doesn't shy away from. I think it's something that he embraces. And again, the positional versatility is something that you got to love as a coaching staff.